Hmm. 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 That's weird. Hello, all. This access overlay, which is now called, I think, Steam VR overlay now. I can't interact with the window. I just have a window here I can't do anything with. Excuse me. Hmm. Help me, man. I will say I do like the new access overlay because it gives me an actual time of how long my shit has before it goes. Though it's kind of annoying. I would like to interact with my window in here. Hope everyone is doing great. Heard a recent update for VR chat has fucked up the camera, which is never good. We've been going on for almost 15 minutes, and I didn't switch the camera until after 10. I'm like, there's some issues here. Because they added subscription things for like world creators to do stuff, and that has caused the me having to answer. I set a brand new privacy policy and everything before I started. I was like, man, just delaying how long it takes before I start the thing. I hope everyone's doing good though. It's 7:35 p.m. It's the evening. It is my third year streaming anniversary yesterday. But the thing says it's my affiliate anniversary in the chat. I believe actually was 2 days later. I think it was the fourth when I got that when I said that stuff. They probably offered it to me like real late, and that's why I'm getting it now. They probably are counting when I actually got the offer versus when I answered it. Yeah, I didn't answer the email or anything until like in the afternoon on the 4th. When the rare dudes had my full body on. We jive with the music. So I was fitting to be back in VR chat. I hadn't streamed it in a while. I was thinking I should probably be in the just chatting category. Read a memory or two. I mean, stare at the freaking in the background. Probably should you do that? Let me do that for a second. Wish I knew what the hell caused the issue. I couldn't interact with my thing. I'm thinking it was caused. I think because I started in admin mode. I think you have to do that. I think access overlaid now. You need to actually grant admin permissions so you can interact with anything on there. Oop. Then you click on desktop 2. Okay. Oof. Okay, are you okay out there? Figure out what the I was like, oh, I can change this screen. Okay. Click the thing and just like dun 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 dun. What's going on? Steam VR does not like it. It's like, no. Oh. Like, hey, can I have OBS on here? Nah. No, you're freaking the fuck out. Holy shit. Got everything all fucking up. Go there. There. Give it a beat. God damn it. Beam. Jesus Christ, Steam. Jesus. Y'all need to chill. You gotta chill, Steam. Probably OBS fucking with everything. Or Access Overlay. Hey, need admin permissions. It's just like, I don't know what to do. So we've been kind of on a crazy ride over the past 3 years, right? Started off as like a mute streamer, playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla at the max settings. Like, oh, I'll stream this in 4K. I have the HDR on. You know, whatever will happen. Who knows? Then there's that. Then what's next to that? I remember the journey. That's Free Valhalla. Immortals, Phoenix Horizon after that. Then Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith for the PS2. I remember because that's when I started using an actual overlay and not just do whatever. Then around that after that, because I remember the whole stream was muted, and someone had a comment, "Hey man, you're not any. Thank you." That the first person who ever chatted in my stream who wasn't a bot, who was like it, you know, the famous, you know, hey, if there's a website you can go to, you go here. We'll increase your followers and your viewers. I'm like, no, thank you, bot. Get out of here. He was like, hey man, your audio is completely muted. I'm like, shit. I'm already a mute streamer, and I have a mute stream too. I just got a visual. I go in there and fix that shit. I'm like, fuck. We were near the end of that. So I'm like, damn, how many streams have I done where all the audio was muted? After that, I did the GoldenEye Xbox Live Arcade version, the remastering, leaked online, and I played that motherfucker. I did not beat it. I got very close to like the end, like a few levels left. I was like, you know, I have this VR headset. I've been exploring around. I found a model. I haven't made a new one. I haven't colorized it. I just found a model. Why not use it? Why not figure it out, put this into OBS, and then speak on stream for the first time. Back in the days when the iOS update didn't make that noise. I don't know if it was picked up. Question is, I know it still has to still be around. I want to see if it is. Because I specifically, when I did my first ever stream where I talked, there it is. I'm jumping over there. I'm going to go to the exact spot where I started. Dun, dun. I know it may be an issue. Like, huh? Like, why did my layout thing not work for Xbox Overlay? And I remembered, oh yeah, that was a separate window I had for chat. I put them into OBS itself. Damn. I'm loading in. I'm loading in. Hell yeah. We got a little bit to go. Oh. We just need to get somebody who's like interested in this. Like, you know what? Here's this world that someone worked on before. I'm just gonna try to do it myself. We don't have shit aim. We just have a whole area. A very small area for the bullet to go. World of the glitchy mess. No one's touched it in many moons. Years have gone by before the person who did this place. You see the seams in the world in VR. There's a seam there. Multiple scenes there. Like a W over there. I'll drop the gun there. They didn't have any AI or anything, too. Of course, we had to have a mirror. The mirror. What's the VR chat world without a mirror, right? Then they gave us all personal mirrors. Yeah, it was right around here. They had this in the background. I was in a standard model. The red coat. Did that for many months before it was like 3 months, right? Yeah. Like almost like, was it late February? It was late February or mid-March. So I was streaming like every day. Oh yeah, I see all those seams down there. Oh. That's fine. Especially more in-game. Let me see graphics. Turn those down. Oof. So put down at the lowest setting. Okay. Because my wire's loaded right here. Yeah, the whole like me doing the VR chat thing, being that was in combination with something that was going on in my IRL life at the moment. Man, which was my mother was in the hospital. And I needed something to take my mind off of it, so I decided to start streaming. Been in VR chat. I wasn't working super regularly. So I like most people, you know, I was furloughed. Way back in April of 2020. I was just kind of chilling. It's one of those moments. I thinking back, I'm like the internet was just upgraded. We figured out what's the issue with it. Like, oh, they're the dumbest thing ever. We were grandfathered in to this internet plan, and apparently, what that meant was they kept our contract. They'll charge the state like whatever that price that thing was, whatever bill, even as like, it would go up and shit. But our internet never changed. So we had like 20 MB, freaking MBS for like as our max for like the longest. Not even 20, not 20. It was 2. The little chart had like a very weird way of showing it. We were paying for like 100. It was Mbps. We were getting 20 Mbps, not 20 MBS. It was 2 MBS, but it was 20 Mbps on the thing. And I was like, damn, this is real fucking slow. And I don't know, it took a long time to download shit or watch things without a buffer. But these motherfuckers were freaking charging my ass a lot of money. And my internet was like fucking, 1/5 of what I was supposed to be getting. I was like, That's still once the internet thing happened, I was furloughed. You're collecting your unemployment. They were giving you extra 600 on that. I made sure taxes were taken out. I was like, I know what's gonna happen at freaking tax time. It's like I'm gonna be taxed up the fucking ass on that money. I knew to do that. My brother did not. He owed money. He didn't think that far ahead. He's like, oh, 600? Oh, I'll take that. I was like, probably have taxes come out. It's going to be, a little bit less than 600, but it's weekly. You'll be fine. Thank you, Moon Ghost. So, yeah, money, saving up and doing these little increments. Like, all right, new microphone, new headset for audio. Getting all this stuff together. It was like that whole time I spent, I was just playing games. I had nothing to do. That time to freaking get in there. I had a VR headset already. I could have came in here if I had. But I didn't really have that. I would have everything that I had discovered that led me into even playing VR chat. All that time, it didn't exist. Though probably instead of a VTuber me, it would have been like probably IRL me. Geez, I don't know how that would fucking go. And remember, this world had a secret. If you go all the way to the end, you actually go find the Master Sword, and it takes you to a different area. If it still works, I don't know when the last time this world has been updated. Here. No. Yeah. This used to be like opened, or I think you had to do something. Well, you would go in. You go through here, and it would take you to another like world area where they had the Master Sword, and it would take you to who is the little Temple of Time. I think there was could have been Fallen Out if it was used by someone else. But if I remember another like world that was just the Temple of Time, it had a bunch of avatars in it, and that was like a 2021 that I was shown that. Ooh, thank you very much, Forrester, for the bits. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Facility. Oh yeah. You can jump right in there. Whenever I'd play GoldenEye, I would always go to Facility. Was like always my go-to. Yeah, this hasn't been touched since 2021. Alright. Okay. We're just the world here. The doors on the Someone goofed. The mirror here? Oh, there is. Right there. Okay, I see what you're doing here. I see what your game is. You move the terminal to the other side of the room for me to use. Then you make the key lock thing not work. I see your game. I see what you did here. Your map creator who hasn't touched this world since 2021. I see what your game was. Yeah, just hanging out with people, you know, that January 2021, right? And a lot in those streams, right at that end there, like right when I really start getting into it. I'm so sad I didn't think to do the VOD channel like a little bit sooner. We don't have the sadly the tanks aren't here. There's a shit ton of little podiums everywhere. The mirror button there. See there's a mirror thing there. They put it all everywhere. Is the exit? Yep. Part of they part of the world. They just didn't put everything else in there. But hey, you can probably if someone were to redo this, like actually put it in now, it would work a little bit better. It is too primitive right now. Importing stuff into here was a little too primitive. Our tools are now the tools are now much more advanced. No. Just hopping around and making things. Oof, hang on. I need to clean the fuck up. Here we go. A bit of a fog onto my lenses, but I can quickly wipe it down. Ah, yes, the platform. Man, we all unstable today, Jesus. I feel like I'm gonna have to get one of the new face face casket. This thing here feels like it needs to be replaced. Get that feeling, you know. Ah, hey, that's the one I'm thinking. This is the one I'm thinking of. This one. One of my picture right. I took right here. One of the pictures I commonly use for my posts when I go live is this. We're in this spot right here. He's on this command deck, just looking around. What a all the destroyeds around here. The Kong monster there. The deck below's all filled with fucking mechs down there from Macross. Beautiful. I've also it's like very hard to see, but there's like a little platform right there. That's where I just was. That's the view platform, way off in the distance. So yeah, going back to the topic, it was like honestly, it wasn't just the first. I want to say it was the first 2 to 3 VR chat streams. Those got lost. In my heart, I feel that's what it was. Because the earliest is still like end of January. I'm just trying to like. I'm trying to think about the days because I didn't. When I did a mass export, I'm like, all right, get this shit all onto the VOD channel before they all get deleted. I already lost a bunch of VODs. Like, shit, should have done the VOD channel sooner. Fuck. Just to throw them all on there. I didn't put the dates down, which is my fault. I do that now. So I didn't remember what day it was. I just hope the God to Betsy's that if I watch a video, I'll just be like, oh, I remember the date now. I remember. Go back in time, like, oh, that's the date. I would always like post if I'm going live on my socials. I'll go in. I was in other servers. I'll just post there like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm going live. Even just like oh please, does anyone have any of that old stuff back? Like, maybe they can help me figure out like which stream was what. But you know, those get constantly purged. You don't want that shit like cluttered in a server. You know, a week, 2 weeks tops, maybe before you just kind of clean it. All the self promo little channels for servers. I think that's more like how active it is. If it's like super like constant, and like a week or two makes sense. Just kind of purge it. It was kind of slow. Then you could get a little bit of like a longer wait. Yeah. But if I still hang out with a lot of the people from those like streams. Not all, but some. You know, some have left the scene. Some don't stream anymore. You know, Being part of like the Beeve group. Because like how I became like a friend, like right when I first started in the VR chat in December. Hey Cal, how you doing? I'm having a, I think I'm having a pretty good night. You know, things that are happening. Wonder, would you be changing your name on here? That's a question. I don't know if that's too soon. But that's what I'm wondering. Does the channel change the name too? Okay. There's always call you Cal Arts. Arts on in chat, in person. Call you Kayla. Gotcha. Yeah, I like going back to some of the VODs, like going back there, just like I remember the kind of the people who become like problems. It's just like, oh, that guy. I remember you. That doofus. Freaking over person who made freaking avatars for people, but like overcharged them. We're talking like really like really bad freaking Vroid studio models. We're talking, and this is 2021. We're talking about. I remember this fucking story. I always was a privy to, just like this shitty fucking model. It's all glittered. It does not look good. I was like, this person's trying to get $400 out of me for this model. I'm like, what the fuck? Of course, we found out some shit about them, and you're just like, you out of here. They're a big stink about it. Like, nope, out. And I believe I have a couple of streams with this where this person's kind of featured. I was fucking around in a Metal Gear Solid like level. It was the outside area, like the second area you go in the game after you get out of the dock. You go up the elevator. You have the whole like upper area with like the searchlights. And the guy just kind of joined, and a bunch of people just started kind of joining into the world and stuff. Like, oh shit, this is interesting. And he was just telling me all this weird shit. And he's just like, oh, this person here. I'm just like I don't give a fuck, dude. If they have a problem with you, that's between you and them. Don't involve me in this. I'll be fucking out here spreading your fucking drama than me. Yeah, I'm gonna help you. Like, it's the old adjective. Live if a lot of people start not liking you maybe look within. Probably a fucking reason. Yeah, but not long after that, I started like actually like, all right, let me start doing some actual like model, get my own like actual model, and that turned into like the VTubing, and I would be streaming the actual retro games again. I stuck mainly to doing the retro games that year when I started. Then I kind of moved it over, right? Cause I had like that feeling, like kind of pigeonhole yourself into something, but I really, not really. Bizarrely, like even though it's always like the same day, I never think of what to do about it. Like I would have smartly, I would have actually planned and be like, hey, I'm gonna take this day off of work. Let me start doing these plans for everything. But that's kind of the problem. I don't. It's like the moment happens, like, oh, I should probably do something about that. I don't have that. Oh, my anniversary is coming up soon, and I did. I knew it was coming up soon, I'm like, like, well, the schedule was made. I gotta work that day. But I didn't work yesterday, but I had some issues. I had this whole plan out. I was like, all right, I'm gonna stream. It's gonna be a very long, kind of a long stream. I just gotta wait for this thing to get done here, and I'll be free. I'll have nothing to do. It'll be perfect. And I was like, all right, let's get this stuff going. And I look at the clock, and like the time expected just kept going up, taking longer and longer for things to happen. I was just like, okay, this is gonna be a problem. And then that Xbox issue I talked about on freaking social, Joe. I was just looking at my number of games installed, just like that went down. I did not uninstall anything. That number went down. But check that. What the hell are these games? I started like resetting the console. I signed out, signed in. I did a power cache reset, which you do. You hold the power button for like 10 seconds, and then you turn it back on. And somehow will help repopulate the list maybe. None of that worked. I said, I guess I'll have to start reinstalling all this stuff. So I go do that. The console goes like, all right, you gotta do all the reinstalls. Oh, it's already here. Complete. They all popped up again. I'm like, that's weird. It was one or two games that would have been not much of an issue. It was over 12. 12 games just went kaput on my thing. What I get for downloading a bunch of Assassin's Creed and Yakuza games onto my Xbox is just like, I want to do that. Throw that on there. I'm basically just going through like a whole like what happened thing, but how we got to here. Yeah, 2021 was like a lot of like almost daily streams. I was just kind of doing whatever. A lot of retro games. Now, and some of those were like loose too. It's just like, oh, hey, I'm playing this PlayStation Vita game on this PlayStation TV from 2016 that I've never played before. Or so it's still recent, but it is, a couple years old. You know, let me play that game. Let me play this 20-year-old game for the PS2. So they're trying to build the retro thing. And the hard part is always like thinking of what to play. Because like I gotta be like in the mood for like a certain game. It basically it's the same as if you have a massive Steam catalog. You buy a bunch of games and that your Steam number goes really, really high, and then you're just like, okay, well I have all these games. But what do I want to play right now? And you kind of fall into the trap of like you have the same games you play over and over again. Like I do. I'm always playing Battlefield 2042. I'm always playing DC Universe Online. I'm always playing some Warframe. I haven't really played much of Star Trek Online though. Played a good number of it, and I kind of stopped. I do log in because I bought a lifetime subscription to it when it was like I think it was like the first or second time they ever offered it, like a discounted rate on the lifetime subscription, and that's when I bought it. So yeah, I have all these games that I kind of will just play over and over again. Anyone who's friends on my Discord, you'll see if you like click on my profile, like in the morning when I get on, you'll see them consistently, the same exact games over and over again. So I'm like in like a daily routine thing, trying to get those stuff done before I head off to work. It's like, all right, I don't have to worry about those. I can just do whatever afterwards. And it's like I have a consistent kind of schedule. It's just that the consistent schedule keeps changing. Like it'll be one type of schedule, and then maybe a couple months or half a year later, we're changing the schedule. It'll be a consistent schedule. It's just this new schedule. You go from Monday to Friday, and then we're gonna move you, and now you're gonna be Sunday to Thursday, and one of these days you're gonna be working at night. You're just like, okay, well, it's technically a consistent schedule, but this one here, this Monday through Friday, I like this one better because this is all just morning shifts, and I leave, and I have like the night off. I can just kind of do what I want to do. Hey, Memory, how you doing? Yeah, yeah. I need to throw in like some new things in there. I have some games I'm looking at. I'm just like, would people be interested in it, and would I be interested in it? Yeah, dude, I do want to try to bring some like at least some like knowledge to the table for some of the retro games I play. If it's something I have no experience in. Like I have one game I really want to play on stream, but I have to have this big mood for it because I don't want to just do like a quick look 2 hour stream. I want to actually play through the whole thing, and that's a Robot Alchemic Drive. It was a really cool idea for a game. It was published by Enix right before they got bought by Squaresoft. Before they were bought and merged into Square Enix. This is one of their last games, and it's perfect because the developers had this map city. They would reuse it for several games, including Earth Defense Force. So, like the big city map you play in Earth Defense Force comes from this game specifically. This kind of would later on like stitch it more together. It was like a lot bigger. But playing Earth Defense Force 2017 on the Xbox 360, that map is like, I looked around, I was like, I recognize this whole area from this game. It's the exact same map because so Earth Defense Force started on the PS2, but those games never came out over here. Though some of the titles in those series would make their way to Europe. I know Onechanbara, the first two games, did come out in Europe under different names. Because the whole Simple series doesn't exist at the concept. It's for in Japan. I mean, it makes perfect sense. Like Simple 2000, these are games that cost 2,000 yen. That's why they spam the shit out of them, and they're all kind of like meh games. They did that with Gundam Battle Assault 2 because that was an American exclusive game. They just like, okay, let's divide this. So this is Gundam Wing, and then this is G Gundam, and we'll put these out as Simple 2000 titles for the PlayStation. Or it might have also been Simple 1500. It's the Simple series, and the price is in the name. I have to get back to that. You thought it was 1500. I don't think it was 2500. That would be too much. PS2 era is that. Like the 2000, 2500 is like PS2 era. Or like 1500 is like in like a little bit into or near the end of the PlayStation. But I don't think there was ever a Simple 1000. Then I have to actually like really look into it. I have to dig into the minds of the old retro stuff and just like, oh hey, here's all these articles about these old series that used to exist. Yeah, I'm feeling like I'm definitely gonna need a freaking new face gasket on here. I see, like when I'm looking into it, I just feel like the lens is kind of get a little fucked up. Like the little blurriness going onto the lenses. I gotta take off the headset and wipe the lenses. I see like a little bit of like the fabric starting to move a bit. I can kind of feel that. So they're gonna have to go in there and they're gonna place the order for a replacement. Won't be the first time I had to get a replacement for this. Well, I still have a spare for it, but I ordered a new tether cable before, and I did it 2 ways. Where it was, I asked Valve support because I want to know like maybe or maybe not if I was still under the warranty. And I just placed an order for a new one. So like just in case if they say no, I'll have already ordered it. And then they got back to me and it was like, oh yeah, we'll send you a new one. I'm like, oh. And I looked at my shift thing like, oh, I'm also getting these both. Okay. So I paid for one. I got a support one. So it's right here. I know there's no visual, but it's like here where my hand is. Putting up now underneath my MetaQuest 3 box. I have 2 boxes, which are both the tether cables. I put the old one in one of them. I marked it as the old one. And that was made just because the clip broke. That was like the cable in the back. They're a very common thing. Just that thing just pops off, just breaks. They don't sell that little piece. It's always got to be the whole shoot and bang. It's the cable that you put in to the tether that connects to your PC, and we have an extra clip that comes with it. It's like, can I just get the extra clip, please? I don't want to spend all this money on a fucking cable. Well, again, I just want the clip, please. The clip broke. Can I just have that? I don't. Yeah, I mean, Valve support is actually pretty decent. Just be kind of polite, and I'm like, all right, yeah, we'll probably send you a new one of those. I don't know if you can do it in a row of the same product. I think they don't want people to have like a surplus of the same things because maybe they think of people being kind of nefarious and want to sell that stuff extra on the side. So I don't know if anything would ever happen where I have to get like another tether cord and ask support for it if they would actually give me another one. Let me fix. I'm gonna fix. Put on over here. Oh yeah. Yeah, sorry. Definitely gonna need a new gasket. I've had this for a while, so it's the first time replacing. And it's the cushion in the bottom left corner of your like right on your left cheek, like where that thing rests. Like that little area there is kind of bothering me. How is it me taking off? What? How, huh? What? Can we? What? Why are we all of a sudden laggy? Stop it. Who messing up over there? OBS. Steam VR. Which of you? Which program is it causing this lag? No, I definitely needed to think about getting a new PC anyway. We're getting up there. You know, It's no keep. It's still a good PC for for just playing games and shit. But like for streaming, it's like a. Mm-mm. That's actually partially the reason why I do a lot of retro games too. Actually, it's like I like playing retro games, and it's just like also they're kind of easy on the PC. I think of all the streams I've done where I had to play like a competitive first person shooter and how laggy the freaking game is. It's like, ah, shit. I'm dying a lot more than I normally would. That's why I'm glad I did the Battlefield 2042 stream like on just on the Xbox just to show like my skill difference. It's like, hey, I'm doing very well here when I'm not playing a game where the frame rate is freaking stuttery, is a freaking staggering here. I have to keep lowering the resolution. It's like, and it still doesn't freaking work. And I started doing those like last year. That's kind of like a nice little break, really. So I will be doing a bunch of stuff, or I'll be in like a voice call with people, just kind of chilling. And I would want to stream, but I didn't feel like being on either on camera or my voice kind of gets all fucked up. They have one of those type of voices. I've gotten laryngitis twice in my life, and I got very quick as a session. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna have that again. When I feel that voice going, or I get really pissed off and I want to scream, I'm like, you know what? Mm-mm. Very chill that shit down, because I do not like having the ability to speak. The first time I got that, I got real fucking pissed off at my brother because he fucking was being an asshole about it. Whatever wants me to have like a conversation with him, like motherfucker, I can't speak. It's difficult to fucking talk right now. And this asshole wants me to do like a whole conversation. This was many years ago. I haven't had any of that since because I've learned to kind of prevent it. I keep turning my head to look at my monitors, and I see like all my windows are up. You know, like I have that Windows background, like your wallpaper will show. It has all the windows popped, like what to click on. Like that's what it looks like behind me. I have no idea why. So I think the reason I'm having all these issues is a habit of mine, which is I started OBS with admin privileges because that's what you have to do. That's what I normally would do. Just try to help with the OBS being a lot smoother. If I'm remembering correctly, because I don't do a lot of VR streams anymore, there's that changeover of I do it as admin permissions for VTubing shit, but for VR you're not supposed to do that, and I think that's what's going on here. I forgot that important step. It has been so long since I've been in VR chat streaming. Because we're in just chatting. It makes more sense. I'm just here chatting. VR chat is the platform, or I'm just using it to chat. It's sad that there are some people that I know that just will not give it a try. They're like, they know me for VR chat. I'm gonna stay in VR chat. And I just like, you know what? While that sounds cool, what happens in the future when no one cares to watch VR chat anymore? You'd still use it as a platform. But like, what if when the category starts to go down? What will you do then? I'll take a drink, man. I'm getting like real in this fucking stream. Oof. My leg trackers. I'm actually in full body tracking right now, but I've barely done anything with it. Which is the story of me getting the trackers, honestly. Alright, this one turned off on its own. I had like an hour of charge on all of it. So I would have to plug them in the little battery compartments and see how much battery life is in those things. And see. Oh yeah, fix that. Yeah. It's one of those things about having that VOD channel. No. Oh, just like kind of going back and just kind of like seeing a lot of the stuff and seeing like how things were. When people kind of chill with each other and then like circumstances happen. You're like, ah, man, why that didn't happen? Because it's kind of nice to see like, people I used to see all the time. Like the big change from then was like when they put me back to work in like October of 2021. That's when a lot of the things kind of really started changing, like how my format and everything would start going. Because I would be all of a sudden now I had actual work, so like okay, I would have like a real schedule. It was just kind of slowly like trying to figure out what to do with me, out in this new like work climate. It's like, well, we changed how this used to work. And we're trying to figure out like, okay, we're still running on like a tight ship here. So still like do like my longer streams, and then like if I did work, it was mainly at like the closing time. I wasn't working in the morning, I was working like closing, so I was like, all right, I still do the thing that way. Actually, I did a stream. I always remember I played the PS1 Speed Racer game, and just literally this moment, it's a 40-minute stream. And I literally get a phone call from my manager asking me to come into work that day. Because I muted the mic, I took the phone call, you see my model kind of looking in the corner. And just like my mood just fucking drained from that. It's like, oh, I had this whole plan, I was gonna be doing all this shit, and then it's just like that, like, oh hey, you have to come into work today. Hey, we decided this. And just like that, like all the energy just zapped out of me. It's funny because it was the easement of moving me into the position I'm in now. It was nice because it's like it became a much easier job. Once we actually had like people to actually fucking do the job properly, do what they had to do, so it wasn't like moving going around as much. So with the charging, the phone just saying, "Hey man, we got some thing with we're gonna let you know we're gonna be using clean energy charging." So this phone will be done charging by like 4:30. We're just gonna be charging real slow. You're 100 to get to you to 100%. I'm like, oh, nope, oh, okay. I guess it's okay. Yeah, 2022 was when I started doing like more console streaming, where I would like just stream from console, so I'd be mute. My VTubers, model wouldn't be there. I can get those babies going real quick. I felt like I had to do laundry because like I had streams where I had to do that as a VTuber model, and it's like fucking annoying. I think every hour I had to get out. Like, all right, hey, I'm BRB. I have to put the next load of laundry in. Grab thing, go, come back. Because I do this stuff on the second floor of a building. I don't do it on the first or the ground floor. Which is that's a country thing. It's basement, first floor, second floor. But in the UK they call it the ground floor, and then the first floor is the floor above it. They have basement, ground floor, first floor. But that's what I would be doing. I would have to go down the stairs. I gotta come back up. Hour later, do it again. Depending on the game I was playing, it's like, or if things are not like I'm being pulled into a conversation about something, it's just like nah. Any day where I have to do laundry, if I had to stream, it's like that's gotta be mute. I can't be on here. That's very easy. Pause game, go do it quick, come back. Yeah. That's really being like, hey, you need to buy a new thing. Don't worry. We will. We'll buy that shit. We'll buy that brand new gasket. Hopefully it won't be too much money. I can't imagine it being too much. I work at a place where we have freaking the MetaQuest 3 accessories. I was like, excuse me, how much is this? How much is this silicone face cover? How much is this elite head strap with a battery? What? It's way more expensive than what you guys did with it too. What the fuck? Just gain more money. I mean, granted, it's a little bit better headset than the 2. If you have a head Quest 2 and you look at that Quest 3, it's not a massive leap. It's a good thing. It has like the mixed reality stuff, which actually is pretty fun. But it's not like a must have. It's more of a decision making on your side. If you don't have a headset, it's perfect. You have to take the choice, then the 3 I would go for. But if you have a 2 and there's the 3, maybe not yet. There's some good performance, but I don't know how long it would take for them to make another iteration. I would say that to wait for that, because I know that the company that the graphics chip for the Quest that the Quest uses is Snapdragon. Yeah, like they've been fucking going in on a lot of their new chips. So like Quest 3 stuff does look pretty good compared to 2. I would just say just wait a little bit more. So yeah, don't have it. Get the 3. If you already have a 2, make a personal judgment for that. I personally got it. I think that's kind of my thing. Some games do look kind of bad. All those fucking notifications. Nah. Yeah, this gas gets really bugging the shit out of me. like the glue, the gel that holds the thing onto the frame. It's coming off. Kind of the big. That's that issue there. In a nutshell, basically, like the cushion part is like the gel that holds it is like finally coming undone. I've had this headset for like almost 3 years, so like my issues just being tether cable fucked up, where you start seeing the sparkles because of the clip breaking off, because that holds the thing perfectly together. When that cable is loose, there's a lot of like moments where you can accidentally kind of pull it, which can damage the actual like and other end that goes into your headset. That's actually the reason why you see those sparkles. If you're doing a lot of like intense action with it with your index, you can damage like the cord, or it goes right into your headset. That's the reason why you're seeing those sparkles. It happens like over time. So if you kind of chill with it, you can kind of get away with it a little bit longer. But that's what the clip is for. It's to keep that wire from moving at all, because that's like the point right around the headset. All the other cables can move around that fine. It's like that cable right in your head that thing is moving around while you're doing stuff. That's where you're damaging the actual end, which was, I think it was a USB-C. Methinks. I think it was a USB-C. Whatever type, whatever that end is that goes into the headset, that thing gets damaged. That's what you want to avoid. Like it was that, and then now this gasket, and the gasket thing was like is going to be much easier to deal with. That won't cost as much to fix. So we'll see. Also, Hbomberguy dropped this video today or yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I was seeing all this shit pop up today on my Twitter/X feed. Basically did a whole YouTube plagiarism thing of all these different creators. I'm like, damn. Some I knew, some I didn't. So it's kind of interesting. Definitely a video to watch to kind of get an idea, kind of the whole thing of how like the whole video essay style YouTube thing goes for like some of the bigger creators. It is 4 hours long, by the way. What I say for that video. But it is very informative. It is they have the chapter select for all the different creators. Sometimes you're like, really, that person's on there? That person did some shit. Yeah, so we may have gone that long because like it's not really like this big kind of stream. Mainly also because of this is kind of bothering me, and also the time. If everything went well, we would have a much longer stream, and I would have done a lot earlier on the actual day. Which is still confusing to me. It's like December 2nd's the actual streaming anniversary. I didn't become an affiliate technically until the 4th. Because I remember getting the email and then filling out the form because I literally did it at work. I was like, oh, let me check my emails, while we have a lull at work right now. And I got the email from Twitch talking to me about becoming an affiliate, and it was on the 4th. I know that email. I did not get that email the night before, or I swear I believe Eve, that did not come out that time. That was I think that was on the 4th. So seeing that affiliate thing, I think it's more because they don't have a happy streaming anniversary. They want to kind of keep it like affiliate and partner and maybe birthday, like birthday, yeah, birthday affiliate partner celebrations. So it's like, well, it's technically your stream anniversary, but it's not, your affiliate's real close. We might as well just put them all together for you. Like, which it's nice. They want to like a fourth option. I mean, I don't even know how many like of the auto generated ones that exist actually on the platform. What's this I'm here? Hang on. Once these load up, this one. I wore this on a bunny hearted sheep where I was doing a little bit of that bullying, you know. I'm so tiny. So tiny. It's 3 meters tall, but it's so tiny. Yeah, the camera has to be brought down. So I found this in a Avatar search world because I was surprised as fuck to see one of these. These and there some little effects. It is quest compatible, but you lose some of the stuff. So you have like your AA guns that are on the head on the top of the head. And there's a flight option where you can kind of like just kind of keep jumping around. We have the missile alert noise that plays for like a couple of seconds. If you do hit flight, you hear like the flying noise. You kind of get like a little bit of a jet hover going on. You so take off the fast pack. And also you can play 3 songs in one of the menus. You can have the main Macross theme. You can have the Dogfighter like fighting music, or Xiao Pai Lo by Lin Mei. Your weapons, you can have the classic gun pod. But I didn't pull this thing out at all. Because once I do, I close my fist, this baby starts firing. So you gotta be careful with that. And then when I have these down, my left hand will shoot the lasers. But only when they're down. And then there's the trigger for the sound effects for the walking around. And I know exactly where this model comes from. This is from the PS2 Macross game by Sega. Because they gave them a kind of weathered it-ish pattern. And all the sound effects that come from that specific game. Because whenever they have like the antennas go down, only the Sega version actually has sound effects for it. As we know, I play a lot of the Macross games, so I kind of have that knowledge in my head. Okay, we are loading. Yeah, loading a model I've already been in this entire time. Thank you. I went from a model that was 3.8 meters tall to this model, which is 1.8 meters tall. The robot was much bigger than this. But yeah, the camera was up here for the robot and down here for me. Yeah, make sense of it. Oh, VR chat. May you never be this way. It's weird to open up your menu and see the balance option here, because now we have a wallet and subscriptions for like individual creators. So you can buy credits, and it ranges from $5 to $100. So 600 is 5, 12,000 is 100. I'm like, oh, this is a great way to support creators. I'm like, damn. And we just see all the weird shit that will happen. All the freaking cosmetics are like, oh, you gotta be a subscriber to use it in this world. We had that feature already. It was Patreon. Some of your top VR world creators, like Jar, has a Patreon, and they do the thing that you're touting right now. The only difference, of course, is that the money goes to them through Patreon instead of through VR chat. You know, the one of the big kind of sad thing is that my background for VTubing, that background that you always will see of that room, that world is like completely gone. I have never seen it come back. I've looked too. I always wondered, like, hey, is that world back? Did someone ever take that world and just kind of pop it back in the world back here? It was an old has been hotel all thing. It was really nice looking. It was super simple. It was the three walls. There's two buttons you hit. One was the mirror, and then you had like your there's a mirror on the left, and then there was two buttons which popped different avatar pedestals. They had like the little plushy characters in the corner, right next to the mirror. And then when you turn around, there was a whole outside area you could look at. You take a picture of the outside. I only took a picture of that wall because it worked pretty well. Oh, nice little like almost like a solitary confinement type of thing, which I thought would work really well. Now we want to try to find a room that has like a very retro neon light look. All the games and have old technology around. If there's already a world, I would love to see it. If not, I'll have to figure that out in artwork. I'm gonna have to grab the old pen and just start drawing that background in my head. But yeah, we're me. We weren't on for long. Wasn't gonna be a long thing, because since I have nothing really to do because of how late it is, just kind of wanted to kind of actually have a celebration, have a nice little talk with all of y'all. We don't really have those. It's just usually me focusing when I'm playing a game. I'll talk a little bit, and then I'll get into the game. I'll just be playing it normally. Like oh shit, that's right. I'm playing. I'm streaming right now. By the way, I saw Godzilla minus one not long after a stream on Friday. Fantastic fucking movie. You get a chance to see it in the theaters, go for it. I saw it in 4DX with my brother and my mom. And my mom has not been to a movie theater since 2016 with Shin Godzilla, and that was just in a normal theater. This was her first time with 4DX, and she loved it. She's like giggling through the whole thing. The seats move in and it blowing the air on the back of your head, the back of your neck. You know, it's like a little bit of a theme park ride, but you're in there for like a couple, like 2-ish hours, depending on the film. First time I saw use 4DX was I went to go see Black Widow when it came out. So I remember that because it was a hot day, so I had shorts on. I didn't quite know what I should do. So my phone actually came out of my pocket during the motorcycle chase sequence in the movie. The motorcycle being chased by Taskmaster in like that big APC, and the seats were all juddering around, and my fucking phone just like came out of my pocket because of all that movement. I was like, "Fuck!" Hopefully, I didn't break or anything. So I just picked it up like, "All right, it's fine. No cracked screen or nothing." Yeah, if you get an opportunity, check it out. It's really fucking good. I don't know if it's changed since, but there was only one negative review, and I saw the review and I was like perplexed by it. It was like man, I'll see that 1998 Godzilla movie before I'll see this one again. I'm like, really? I saw that movie too when I was a kid. I would not compare these two. These are very different movies. These. I mean, I hate to do like a cringy thing, but say you don't you've never watched Japanese Godzilla movies without saying you haven't seen Japanese Godzilla movies. Yeah, I got into it. I was into the characters too. Like that's very rare. Like this did everything kind of right. It has the best depiction of an atomic blast I've ever seen in any film. Shin Godzilla's was really good with like the purple smoke that would spread out and turn into a big laser beam. This one's even fucking better. Because like it's like you never think of the name. Like, oh wait a minute, it should be like that, shouldn't it? Your atomic breath should be like an atomic breath. And it kind of builds off of also the American side. So you have like the glowy spines. It's like the 2014 the MonsterVerse Godzilla. You know, the spine, it goes from the tail to the head and it glows blue. Here it's like they do that and the dorsal spines just pop out like a countdown. It looks really cool. Oh, I don't want to really talk too much about it, but yeah, phenomenal movie. Now I would normally be doing it in my OBS thing, but since it doesn't work, yeah, my last one was phenomenal. All right, I did my own like OBS like wants me to actually freaking share my own thing. All right, if my chair wasn't in the way, this would be a lot easier to type. So we are going to pick up my keyboard. Going to be ending the stream now. I want to thank you all so much for joining me on my 3rd year streaming anniversary. I do a little call back when I used to do a lot of VR chat streaming. I think actually the time I did the 2nd anniversary, I did the same thing. I think I have to look it up though. Oh, I have very odd stream schedule as we kind of discussed this entire time. So, and of course, we see my reflection, everything's going nuts. It's going nuts. I'm holding my keyboard. Follow me on my social platforms. Yeah, kind of get an idea what's going down with me. Very active on the Twitter/X, the threads if you're exclusive to mobile, and if you have a membership or are on the Blue Sky platform, I'm also on there too. I haven't put a link on there because the problem, of course, is you have to be invited to Blue Sky. Which means it'll take a little bit before we can have like the mass adoption that everyone else will jump onto. But it's a way to keep like bots from perpetuating. If I never have to see a bot advertise their graphic art services to me on any of my social platforms, I'd be very happy. Yeah. Also, of course, I talked about I have a YouTube for my VODs with over 3 years of content on there. We mentioned a few of the streams from the very beginning, but still a good amount of content to go back. You can kind of see my progression as a streamer and how I talk and everything. There's a TikTok with some highlights on there. I definitely want to add some more. Just gotta pick some stuff. Yeah. Thank you. And last but not least, I am partnered with the Creation Snack Company. If you use that link right there or down in my about section, it takes you to a website where they have a whole variety of snacks that you can peruse. You pick what you want, you add it to your cart, and when you get into checkout, just use my name in the promo code section and you get 10% off your order. So I'm glad I got that, by the way. Tracker 5 battery is low. I knew it. And of course, enough people use it, we get to make our own snack flavor, which I think is pretty neat. Probably shouldn't have been doing this in front of a mirror, but you can kind of see how the tracking's getting all fucky because of this whole situation. All right, let's put the keyboard down. Get my hands again. Give me my hands, please. Thank you. Okay. We'll do like a memento thing, and I'll just have like a note or something written down in the future. Don't start OBS in administrator mode if you're going to be doing VR streams. You bozo. So, whether it was morning, afternoon, evening, night, whether you're watching this live or you're watching this VOD on either Twitch or YouTube, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Bye-bye. I got a little bit of slimy stuff in my hands from the heads thing. Yuck. I'm not sure what next stream will be. Yeah, I kind of do what I can. So, know exactly who we're going to raid. And a friend of mine who's recently gotten into the streaming thing. But it's first time of him actually playing Spider-Man. You'll kind of hear me in the background in some of those streams that he's played it, and I've been with him before. Definitely share some love with him. His first time playing. He's nearing the end. Tracker 7. Only have 3 trackers. Yeah, show some love. I'll catch y'all next time. Not sure what it will be, but I'll think of something. I always do. All right, take care. Bye-bye.